Alright, so today on the world's slowest M52 swap E30, not really, it just takes a long time when you have lots of cars to work on. But anyways, what I'm going to be doing is taking this Porsche 944 brake booster and putting it in there. Let's do it.
It's the old dough handler.
Try to get them kids out the street
by doing good.
So now what I've done is I've rigged up this little this funnel here under the little 10mm drain bolt, and I've just got that like pointing down into a drain pan. So I'm gonna loosen her up. So she's draining. Alright, so now I have a rag and I have little to no patience. So the next thing I'm going to try and do is pull off this little vent hose on the side, which I know you can't see. I'm just going to narrate at this point. Oh my god. Okay, I take that back. I'm not taking that off. Not right now. I'll pull the hard lines off instead. And actually what I think I'm going to do is move my power steering reservoir, because it's going to get swapped out with the M52 one, obviously. And I'm pretty sure this like has drained all over the floor before. I can't really remember. Alright, she's loose. Now my glasses are about to slide off my face because I'm sweaty. So that's awesome. Alright, off with the power steering reservoir. If it will slide out of that hole there. Awesome. And I think I'm going to try and tactfully dump this fluid into this makeshift drain I've built here. Oh, come on baby, go! Look at that. I'm awesome. And by that I mean horrible. Alright, well, that did not go as terribly as I envisioned it in my head. And hopefully this funnel stays in place after I lay this power steering stuff on the floor. Please don't fall, Mr. Funnel. Oh, come on, bitch. Alright, there she is. She's still there. It's still alive. Everything's okay. The power steering, or not power steering, the brake fluid's still draining. Slowly, and probably not surely. Just slowly. Alright, so I figured instead of like draining it and coming back, I'm just going to let it piss everywhere and continue on. So the next thing you're going to want to do is take off the two nuts here and here for the master cylinder. That way you can pull off the hard lines and slide it out of your way and hopefully get most of the brake fluid in a drain pan. So I've already taken off one while I was having my short intermission, and I'm really trying my damnedest to get a wobbly extension on the second one. That way it doesn't take me 700 years to take it off. Also because it's really close to the tank and the strut tower, this brake fluid tank and the strut tower. So I'm going to do that. Now let me say one thing that genuinely bums me out about doing this. The video thing, because I love to listen to music whenever I work on stuff. And if you can't hear, there's no music. Because obviously if I recorded all of this while listening to music, there would be some sort of copyright infringement. But really, I just want to rock, man. I mean, I know that sounds like lame and like super old man, but I'm not really a big wrap fan. So I got those two nuts off. What I'm going to do now is take off 3 hard lines and probably put this drain boltaroo back in here, since I've just decided to let it pee-pee all over my floor and engine bay. And I've also ran out of not latex, nitrile gloves like the Harbor Freight ones. That's probably like the best product that Harbor Freight sells, in my opinion, is the gloves, which I love because it allows me to remove said gloves, answer the phone or change the radio station, reapply new gloves, and continue working. But clearly, if you have no gloves, it doesn't work out in your favor. So, yeah, that's a thing. Damn it, really? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I have to put things back appropriately? I mean, geez. Why not do a horrible job and leave everything loose and terrible? But no. Just put things back tight. That way the next time you work on this, how many months has it been? When did I work on this? I pulled the engine in like December, so it's April. So like 4 months later, just come back and you're like, well, everything's all there. She's off. I got her. Now I'm going to try and take this somewhere where it won't leak everywhere. So the next thing you're going to do is go inside the car and detach the rod from the brake pedal. That way you can, and you're going to have to take off the 4 nuts for the brake booster. That way you can slide the brake booster out. Sounds pretty simple. Knowing me, it probably won't be. And I think what I'm going to have to do is just do this, because if I try and record it, I'm just going to get really, really pissed off, because I absolutely hate laying under the dash of a car. So, here she is. Bada bing, bada boom, kind of, sort of. Oh, there she is. She's out. Brake booster. E30 brake booster. So now we can go to the table and compare. Sweet. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is take off the old Porsche master cylinder here. It came with it because the junkyard told me it was in their private lot, so I had to pay them $20 to take it off for me. But anyways, all you need to take the master cylinder off is a 13mm, preferably 6-point box end wrench, but this is all I could find, so this is what I'm going to use. As you can see, this is really where those ratcheting wrenches really are awesome, because you know you don't have to do what I just did. Next bolt. Next, what we're going to do is take off this, like I don't want to call it an adapter plate because that's not really what it is, but we're going to take this off, and then we'll get to the next step. This is the Porsche brake booster, if it will sit on the table in a decent manner, like so. And this is the E30 booster. You can clearly tell this one like fits inside of this. You can like trim away a whole lot of that. So what we've got to do now is get off the bracket and nut stop for the E30, and then measure and cut this rod to length and thread it to the same thread pitch as this one. So what I'm going to do right now is see if I can pull off this E30, oh shit, E30 booster here, rod, whatever, nut stop, dookie, maflasher, what you call it, like this, hopefully without, woo, bitch, hopefully without busting my elbow. I did it successfully. I got lucky. I got the ATE manufactured rod. Look at this. I'm one lucky duck. Okay, so at the junkyard they told me this was Girling manufactured. And they must have got the two cars mixed up, because this is ATE. Because the ATE ones you should thread on here, or the ATE ones, the E30 stuff, should just thread on here. So I'm genuinely amazed. I like it. I'm lucky. So that means my friend Griffin, you got the Girling one. So sucks to suck, mate, I guess. Not really, but you're cool. But so this makes my life 100% easier. So now, instead of having to grind off these threads and thread it to the same thread pitch as this, all I'm going to do is just run the tap, or the tap, or the die. I'll run the die down to here some. Alright, so I finally got it done. I didn't record any of the threading because, well, basically for the simple fact that I was very angry. Because I couldn't get it to do right for like the longest time. I had such a problem with it, and now I'm not going to be able to get the boot back on. I pulled it off. I just wanted to check before I cleaned it. So I'm going to clean this with lacquer thinner now, because it's really nasty, and she's coated in 7,000 pounds of WD-40 because, you know, I literally just threaded this rod. so the E30, the walk around, is what I'm getting ready to do here. It's about to get real. It's about to get real. If I can loosen this tripod thingy, bobber. Alright, so here she is. Let me just do a little tripod maintenance here real quick. Hopefully my camera doesn't go toppling off. This is like the cheapest Amazon tripod there was, because I didn't really think anyone was going to want to watch this garbage that I'm making. So I needed one because I didn't just want to jack my dad's and just keep it. So I bought one on Amazon for $13, which I would not recommend because this tripod honestly sucks cock. Like, it's terrible. Because it's so like shaky, but what can you expect for $13? So there's the old brake booster. But here it is. You can see my back seat, like in the back seat. It had some really destroyed comfort seats in it when I got it. I'm kind of lightheaded because of that. Wow, she's not going to focus, is she? There's no light in here. You'll have to let me get my flashlight. Just bear with me for a second. There's my M52 that's going in it. Let's see if we can get a nice thumbnail for this. Alright, ready? Here we go. We're going to get a thumbnail. All about that thumbnail life, boy. Let me just move this. There's a sweet beige comfort seat if anyone wants it. The light looks really yellow in here on the camera. I hope it's not that way in like, oh yeah, it looks yellow as fuck. I hope it's not that way in the video, because it's actually white in here, like clear. The light, the camera must just not like it or something. So let's see if we can get an awesome thumbnail here. Roll up the world's doo-dooest tripod. So I got it wrecked, right? You can see obviously I have a different hood on it and a different front valance, I guess you could say, and the piece that goes around the grill. Those are, all that is off of a sedan I have with houndstooth interior. If anybody wants houndstooth interior, I'll sell that for a fat $350 for the seats and the door cards. And the seats are actually over there, and they're in like perfect shape, except for this rip in the bolster, the driver's side bolster here. If you just give me one fucking second to get this shitty ass tripod rolled up. Yeah, that's the only flaw right there. But they're really clean. They've just been sitting here. They got dust on them. So let's go for the sweet thumbnail. Oh, look at that. Let me try and just get it perfect. Oh yeah. Get this vacuum out of the way. See, look, now I rolled up the tripod. I could use it now. I'm terrible at this. Oh, I already ran this out. Alright, I kind of want to go get some Taco Bell after this, but I don't really feel like driving 15 minutes there and 15 minutes back, especially in my old truck with no AC. Alright, I'm getting this thumbnail. It's gotta happen. I'm sorry that this is like super ass, but it's gotta happen. I'm using the world's jankiest tripod, so you'll have to... Oh yeah, look at that. That is thumbnail gang right there. Yep, that's beautiful. So, anyways, it was wrecked on the driver's side. Some kid had it, and he was on 40 in the snow and like ran into the back of someone, and someone ran in the back of him, and someone ran into the back of them, etc., etc., etc. Here's the damage on the back. I've done a little bit of fixing, but if you look, you can see the Dumaflacher is dinged in pretty good. The spare tire well there. But let's get back to the interior, because no one cares about that. Also, here's some sweet chromies if anybody wants those. $200. They came on a E30 parts car I had. So it originally had plaid, I guess, interior. The interior's really clean, excluding the mess that I made there from taking out the brake booster. I got these blue leather sport seats out of a, what was it? It was a red, like 88 convertible that I got for like $100 as a parts car. For $150, something like that. But yeah, she's an 84 318i. She's got 10,000 horsepower. The trunk opens nicely. I took apart the front end for this engine swap conversion removal deal just for the hell of it, to be honest. It came with this awesome Harry Potter looking sticker, which I think is cool, but I'm weird, so maybe other people won't, but fuck them. So basically that's it. I daily drove it for like 6 months, and then I parked it because I couldn't get the coolant system to bleed right on the stupid M10. I hate M10s. They make me want to cry. I guess that's it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that brake booster back in, and then I'm gonna see what time it is. What time is it? It's 11:48. I'm going to put the brake booster in. Alright, so I finally got the 944 booster in. I will say one of the nuts, I don't have my tripod or anything on right now, so it's going to be shaky. But I will say I also reconnected all the brake lines. I have to tighten up the nuts still because I've misplaced one of my wobbly extensions to get to that nut right there, if it'll focus. That nut. So I will say one thing about this experience is you have to really have some patience to get to the top nut on this, because if you see, how can I get in there and show it? Oh, damn it, man. Somebody put all this janky ass fucking, if you see that hole right there, there's a brake booster nut through there. I still have to make sure all these are tight as well. But, there's a nut in there, and it's a real pain in the ass to get it put in. Look at that beaut. What a pile. I'm using a flashlight right now because if you can see, that light's out. That light's pretty much useless. There's a good one. That light's useless. That light's useless. That light's useless. That light works actually. That light works. The one right there is useless. Useless. Works. So basically the lights work on the side of the shop that is full of engines and stuff that no one uses, and that sweet comfort seat, and it doesn't on the side that you work on. Well, I mean, I guess I could work up here, but we're in the process of cleaning all this stuff out so we can get a lift over here. But yeah, and the air's not working. I have to figure out what's wrong with that. So beautiful. I just wanted to make this clip. Obviously it's the next day because I got really mad last night at like 1 in the morning and just quit because that nut just made me so mad I went and got food and went home. So if you guys enjoyed this, I guess like it and watch for more, because hopefully I'll have the engine in this car at some point.